Well, when you wake up to that on a Monday morning, you know you're going to have a busy day. And this goes Tuesday, and I think she's beautiful. Put a lot of effort into that. Yeah, rubbery paint. It was horrible to work with. But we got through it. It just took a bit longer. Now, I've got to fit 4 gearboxes this week. Well, I say the word we, that's the royal we. It'll probably be Ashley and Tom. I'm vehicle buying. I can't see anyone around. It's all looking a bit Mary Celeste.
Today, I'm mostly an engineer.
Now, just here, this is where your periscope bolts in, and this thing here goes uppy-downy, and this twiddly-twiddly makes it tighter on the periscope. Now, we have a fancy adaptation, whereas I've adjusted this slightly, and then this goes on the other way round, and then I can put my double sight in, but you can quickly take that off, put that back on again, just with your fingers, no tools, and put a normal sight in, if you ever come across one, because they're pretty rare. Now, on this side, this aluminium chunky has been broken off. Now, it's I put it in place, and then I smacked it with a hammer, and it very nicely kind of nogged back in. So what I've done in the threaded bits, I've now drilled, I don't think you can just about see, I've now drilled straight through the top of the hole, and it actually goes into that casting as well. And I've threaded it using me drill, with the tapping me drill going in and out. I'm basically going to bolt that on with the piece like this, twiddly diddly, with that bit there on as well, with longer bolts. Now, I think it'll be plenty strong enough, certainly stronger than the tigging they've done, because we found this on a few, and they have broken on these little tigs, these little bits along here. So yeah, that's our mod. Funny that should be left-handed thread, that bit in there. Why would that be left-handed thread? How weird. Anyway, onwards and upwards, things are going nicely. Well, it's looking pretty cool. This will be number 4 today gone. This is only have to take that exhaust cover off, the air intake cover rather. It's takes a bit longer. Time's time when you're busy. Bye. It's not a one-way ticket abroad. That's nice to know, isn't it? This is staying in the UK for an enthusiastic collector who has just got the bug. And the bug is a dangerous bug, because you start off with 1, then you got 2, then you got 3, then you got 4, then you got 300. That's how I started. I thought, this is fun, more fun than a classic car. And then I saw the price increase, and I thought, well, better investment. And then when a bit of rust come up, I just scraped it off and blobbed it over with a big brush. I thought, I like that, not going to a sprayer and him saying, oh, it's clear over base with a metal flake and you can't match that, and oh, fuck off. And then yeah, it was sort of simple mechanics done with big hammers, and a lot more fun than a classic car. Then I thought, oh, the fuel will cost a lot. It don't, because you don't use it every day. You only take them out kind of for fun things, and you don't go far in them, it seems. I don't use a lot of fuel when I'm playing. Oh, that's interesting. Got to do that periscope. That's probably going Thursday, Friday. Tyson, what do you reckon? Nice tank? What do you reckon, Tyson? Bit of you? He's a wise dog, that one. Okay, Kieran, we'll get this ferret and plonk her on. And we'll back it on so it's easier for you to drive it off if they can't. That wonderful noise. It's a ferret. Now, you've got to get the right amount of choke on a ferret. And the other thing you've got to think about is petrol. You might find it's out of petrol, because I know they've been playing with it. And I've got no idea how much was in it when we bought it. I know it had a lot of sweets in the side, and we've ate them. It had lots and lots of tins of ration packs, and some of them said boiled sweets, and the date on them were 1962. Almost the year I was born. So we started eating the sweets. They were very nice. I shouldn't have ate the chocolate. That was all white and crusty and crumbly. Looking good! And the ferret. Now, I wonder if Ashley's got the... he's got to get his little side hatches open, really, so he can see what he's doing. It hasn't got one of my spankingly wonderful barrels in it. It's got a homemade one in. But apart from that, I couldn't fault it. She's a sweetie. Lovely inside. I may have to do it. It's that pom-pom on your hat messing the job up. No pressure, no pressure. It's like the brakes are binding, but they're not because they've been driving it around. This is not when you want to crunch it. Yeah, no power steering on the Ferret. They should have talked to me. They definitely should have talked to me because it'd be nice, power steering. That stops Kate using one for shopping. Now, one of my tasks for the next couple of days is to remove, oh, there's Dylan, the ghost, is to remove all these stillages of CVRT stuff because I'm fed up of looking at them. I've got to have a smarter yard, much smarter. The summer's nearly here now, I reckon. Spring's round the corner, and I think it's time we started driving one of these around. Ashley wants to start driving around in a tank. He's very close to that operation of putting some fuel in a Ferret. First of all, we tried the awful, and then we tried the whoop 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 whoop, absolutely awful, leaks like a sieve, and then we found a funnel. Look at that funnel. Chubby custard. Chubby custard. La 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 la. So the lorry's waiting and he's got 2 drop-offs and 2 pickups to do, so I bet he's spitting nails. I bet there's a funnel inside. There's one in the bloody... I bet you there's one in the bin boxes. It's got everything else. New belts and a couple of bikes. 130 odd kilometres with these belts already. Anyway, the habit's coming up nice. I'm just scraping out the hatches and I'll get some closed cell foam and make the original shape padding and then trim them. And we've got a periscope for it, so that'll look lovely. It was a bit pitted on the roof, but night shift are doing a nice job levelling all that up beautifully. You can't put a wiggly design all over a tank if it's not smooth. Well, I'm assuming. I've never put a wiggly pattern on. How's your arse, Ashley?
Cold.
Cold?
Yeah, it's like a degree
Cool, if only Dylan had elastic bands to ping it on your back right now. Hey, camel biting. Dylan, lean over and give a good old wah! Wah! You won't catch much. Well, I've got one of these, but I need it flatter, and I've run out of gas, so I'm just sledgehammer, I think. But basically, it's the handle on the driver's hatch, and you got to have two. See, I got that one, and that's the nearest I can find, and it ain't that near really. But I'm reckoning if I bend that flat. So I reckon if I hit it like, put it on there, slap it with a sledgehammer a few times, and then a bit of jolly with a grinder, then chop it off, and then weld a shaft on it, shim it so it's a nice tight fit in there. Then I've got another one of these. Funny thing is, on the bottom, it is more of an angle. See? So I could probably make something quite like the real thing. And if Heiko is going to get £1 million, 2 million, 5 million, 50 million for this Abbott, we've got to make a bit of an effort, haven't we? You can't have any little pit marks where it went rusty. So non-corrosive paint, they've gone all over it. And we're rubbing it all down like crazy, get it flat again. There's a lot of work. And he's coming on the 8th with his paintbrush and his easel and his, what's that thing that they hold in one hand? What's that thing an artist holds in one hand and mixes his paint on? I don't know either. He's really one of them. I bet it's a big one too. Well, funny enough, that big hulking lump of steel straightened out. A piece of piss. I only hit it 4 times. We're getting there. We're getting there. With the basics of tools. You don't need good tools, do you, Matt?
Again, sorry?
If you're highly skilled.
What's that again, sorry, Nick?
I said you don't need quality tools if you're highly skilled.
That's right, mate, that's right.
I once made a handle out of a banana. It was a very nice job too. Right, let's go.